Hey, what's up? It's I had the Tano here, internet's most sick, recovering sick music nerd. Hey, third thinny take Tano here. I'm leaving that opening in be from the first take because it was funny as fuck. Anyway, yeah. So, my balls, Rick and Morty tattoos, OnlyFans. I'm stealing Fantano stuff. I might as well steal Rick and Morty stuff and make money off of it like a champ. Anyway, yeah. So this was supposed to be the week for the Talking Violet review. Spoiler alert: I'm gonna be reviewing Tell Your Friends You Love Them next week because this week I had the coof. Yeah, I'm recovering from it. As you can hear in my voice. So that's mainly why I didn't want to do it this week. I'm exhausted. I sound like ass. So y'all are getting a non-script. But before that, a little bit of housekeeping information on the channel, what we're planning to do. We have a schedule up until about mid-April. Next two coming up, like I said, Talking Violet review, and then we're going to be looking at the new Falls for the Elderly record. Past that, I'm keeping it top secret. Ooh, that was chunky. But yeah, also, as you can see, your surroundings. I'm going to see if it's even worth lugging my entire desktop setup up here to my room and then back down again to edit. I'm not fully sure if it is or not, but if it is, I mean, let me know. I can do funny little things, like have my little friends hold records for artists that were very important to the Marconi scene, and have my wall and my little Misfits mask, and yeah, be in my own little space to record instead of right in the middle of the house at my parents' place, because I live with my parents and I'm 21 and there is no future for me. I'm just like John fucking Lydon. Anyway, yeah, so today we're gonna be looking at two little Marconi 581 college kind of stories. The first one is gonna be the house show that I threw at 158. So the planning for that was kind of just, I had Hunter from Polluted offered to play my garage in November for my birthday of that year. Well, that college year, I think it was 2021. This was like April 2022. But that was sick, and I can't remember if I came up with the idea or if someone was like, hey, Ryan, we should do a show in your garage for move out weekend. But either way, it came around, and we did it invite only. It was like invite only, bring your friends, people who you trust, and not like tear my house apart, right? And remember, I brought Josh, who runs Gogettes, came out, and I remember talking to him, and he's like, yeah, that was like kind of one of the inspirations, man. Like, I did that, and then we did that test show at Gogettes. That's what he said to me. So, don't want to jack myself off too much, but yeah, little proto Gogettes action going on with this show. So, I had no idea the sound spread. I was all worried the cops were going to show up, even though the neighborhood was pretty much empty at that point, right? So, I'm tweaking. Ave Noir goes on. Ave Noir's finished. I'm kind of drunk. I chug an entire bottle of wine, and I'm feeling it. I'm not worried anymore. Polluted goes on. Here's a bunch of footage from Polluted up here. They shot the entirety of White Privilege. I think it was supposed to be a music video. It just came out separately because it didn't sync up too well. Jackson Voss from Mental State, or ex-Mental State now, shot it. And yeah, there's a photo of me wearing the Motley Crue ass tights that they had on as they were getting ready for the show in my basement. That was a special little experience. So yeah, they finish up, and then there's like a good half an hour 45. This was a party show. This wasn't really a show. This was a party with like bands playing in between, and it was great for it because we started like 7. We had 3 bands. I know Lovers were supposed to do the Shed thing, and they never got to because Mental State didn't finish till like 1. Like, this was like a big major show for lengthwise. It was nuts. It was so fun. But yeah, in that big space between Polluted finishing and Mental State starting, I was trying to scrub all the dirt off the floor. Like, it looked like a stampede went through. It was hilarious. So yeah, shout out to Josh. I don't know how the hell you deal with that. I know you got a crew, but yeah, mopping that the next day in my kitchen was not fucking fun. But yeah, no, it was a blast of a show. And Mental State, they came out, they played their set, and then they finished with playing Lois second time. This time, Ian, no guitar, out in the crowd. and my roommates came home during, like, just before that, and they were in there, they're fucking vibing out. I had some great roommates. Remember TJ, my one roommate, he set up all the audio and shit. He was MIA. The other two guys were out, and they came back with some buddies, and it was like probably one of the best experiences I had that year, and that year was full of sick experiences. That was during the Marconi stuff. That was, man. And yeah, okay, we're only 5 minutes in, so here's a little Marconi tidbit for you. So I guess in the back, they had this, like, little room where you could, like, I don't know, there's all those old guys back there throwing balls. I think it was, like, bowling or something. I guess they had airsoft back there a couple times. And this leads me into my one buddy who was a bartender there. I'm not gonna leak his name, but shout out him. He was basically the reason that got to go on as long as it can. He's an unsung goddamn hero, and I want to shout him out. But if you're watching this, feel free to comment below, claim that you. I just don't want to leak your information without asking you or letting you know. But I'm filming this. I'm just gonna put this out. I'm a spaz. Anyway, yeah. So having him as a line between the two groups, like actual, like, staff and the bands, was legit. Like, the first time that we didn't have him was that last show, which I think was start of 2023, and that was going to be the last show anyway, at least booked under the original gig that was supposed to get handed off to Dawson Shabo. But yeah, you know what happened there, and if you don't, he's a serial abuser. Yeah, I'm calling you out again, fucker. I don't give a shit. You are a serial abuser. You have charges against you. Fuck you. Anyway, so yeah, that's kind of when the Marconi died. Remember that last show, he wasn't there. And a bunch of us were like, we had like 2 or 3 beers in the green room, right, where all the bands keep their gear. And this one employee he's gone now. He's like smoke joints in the bathroom, right? Like, so I was like, oh yeah, who gives a shit? He comes in, he's joking. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna have to inspect this liquor. And about halfway, he just, like, Winter Soldier, and he starts going, you cannot have this liquor in here, man. You got to take it outside or hide it or something. And then he storms off. And I remember, it was Matt and Hunter from Polluted, and it was the Lovers guys. I think Ian and Indica were in there. I remember I look at Thomas and I look at Adam, and we're like kind of deer in the headlights for a second. We'll just burst out laughing. And yeah, also don't feel too bad for this guy. I have it on authority. He was kind of hitting on minors at wrestling events. So yeah. Anyway, yeah. So that is the little story time. I'm hoping that you followed my little spaz routine. Yeah. The fog is coming, man. The fog is coming. The fog is coming. The fog is coming.